What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today, got a few comments. Before we get into that, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it'd be very much appreciated. What you're seeing here is gameplay heading towards the weekly objective of getting the 50k pack untradeable. And as you can probably tell by the title, we hit a big walkout from it, really big walkout really. I've got, just before we get into the comments, I'm 3 out of 10 done for NepentheZ, 4 out of 10 done for Jerome Boateng, and 2 out of 7 done for Freddie Guarin. And my desire to play for them has just dropped. You know, the back end of last week and through playing FUT Champs, I was just like, yeah, I'm going gung-ho. But just doing a few things, going through the account yesterday in that long video and streaming last night, doing a League SBC and making multiple tens of thousands of coins for little to no effort, I just sat down and thought, man, it's just like playing the game is just so unrewarding in terms of getting things from it. You know, 30 games of FIFA for the FUT Champs rewards, and because of these objectives, you're looking at playing probably another 20 minimum to up towards 40 games of FIFA to get those extra cards. And it's just, it's not, if the gameplay was fun, and I mean like a lot of fun, if it was done in a manner where it wasn't a grind because I'm in Division 1 and a relatively high elo, I'm playing against high rated players that are very good, and it's extremely difficult to focus on accomplishing these objectives in that scenario. And even if you're in Division 5, you're playing your most difficult opponent at all times, you know? And so, because the gameplay, playing at a consistent competitive level like that, just isn't really fun enough, it makes me just think it's not worth it for this specific card. If all of them were in online singles, I'd go and do it again, even though I would prefer not to do the Chigres Smexy thing as most people do. I would do them for the objectives, but playing so many games of FIFA just isn't worth it. And it's kind of encapsulated by the fact that the team of the week this week is just not great. There's a few high-rated cards, more high-rated cards than in a while actually. There's 288s, 487s and 386s, but other than Andy Robertson, who's probably going to come in about 250 to 300,000 coins, none of the cards I think will be even more than 100,000 coins. Maybe Milinkovic-Savic and Marquinhos and Iago Aspas will be like 150 at the start, but they'll very quickly deplete. And it takes me back to that point of, what's the point? If we're playing to just have fun, I'll play to 14 wins in FUT Champs, which I'm probably going to do this weekend, because I do want to still play with the players that I've got. But if we're playing to get closer to getting a better team, it's easier for me to do other things than play the game. So playing the game to the most efficient stage will be goal number 1, which will be 14 wins in FUT Champs, and then however many wins necessary in Division 1 to get that ultimate pack. And if we're playing the game for rewards, then obviously playing all 30 games and playing to rank 1 in Division 1 is the primary goal. But it takes like 4 times as many games in total to do that this week. Maybe next week would be different if there's no weekly objective players. But generally speaking, it's just super tough, man. Like the reward versus time spent is just not there, and EA have hit that problem a lot this year. And we talked about it in detail on stream. There's no easy fix for it. There's no like just one shoe, you know, one size fits all kind of thing. So I don't necessarily have an answer. I just know that after busting myself through 30 games of Weekend League to see the team of the week as it is, I sit here and I think I just don't want to do that again. I'm just not interested. So to go into some comments, first one is from Tim. He says, "Hey Nep, I feel like there's been a lot of negativity about you and the Road to Glory over the last couple of weeks. People have been taking shots at you on different platforms about your management of FUT Champs, changing to the normal Road to Glory, and you as a person in general. I just want to say that there's a large amount of people who love you and your vids and will always watch you no matter what. Do what you think is good for the Road to Glory, but most importantly, enjoy the game. Just some positivity from a long-time viewer. Keep it up." And I appreciate the comment, dude, very much. You know, I'm used to it. Like, and the Road to Glory is not everyone's cup of tea. Like, opening bronze packs is a tedious, boring process. And some people are just like, dude, stop opening bronze packs. This game's dead. And so that doesn't please those people. I know I can't please every person all the time. But just to hit on why I pulled this comment out and why I read this comment and wanted to interact with this comment, where you say do what you think is good for the Road to Glory, but most importantly enjoy the game. For me, I've hit a dilemma of where I get enjoyment out of the game. You know, obviously it was fun playing with Henry and Ronaldo and Team of Mbappe, and it was really nice to get up to elite and prove to myself that I could still get to that stage. But in terms of having fun with the game, I have fun in the game when I play the draft. And I could quite easily play the draft from now until the end of FIFA and be totally okay with that. And because of that, because of how many coins I already have, there's no need for me to enter any other area of Ultimate Team. And that sucks, because I can play FUT Champs to 14 wins and thus still want to improve my team, and I can play Division Rivals sporadically when I need to get into Rank 2 in Division 1, or when I need to, maybe I'll relegate myself back down to Division 2 and go for those rewards, or potentially when I'm doing weekly objectives, we might play the game. But if we're talking about just having fun, the reason why I like the draft is, I've spoke about it before, I like the squad builder aspect, and when Team of the Season comes out, I'm going to really enjoy the squad building aspect, because we're going to be able to get to play and utilize with multiple players. Loads of, like, let's say Premier League Team of the Season is out straight away. I'm never going to be able to afford all of them, but if I start doing drafts, I'll be able to experience all of them. And then obviously the gameplay is a lot more casual. It's just a short tournament. No matter where you lose, you still get a reward of sorts, even though I don't agree with all of the rewards necessarily. And then if you hit something, you get that feeling of just success and that instant gratification of, I packed something good. And so that's why I really like the draft. And for me, if there's nothing to play for outside of the draft, there's no reason to play outside of the draft. And that's why I flip-flop, when you say do what you think is good for the road to glory, but most importantly enjoy the game. That's why I flip-flop, because mentally I want to enjoy playing the actual game and grinding through the games and stuff. But ultimately, when it comes to it, when you get the rewards themselves, it just becomes irrelevant, like literally irrelevant. And so I'm really battling with myself about how I want to interact with FIFA 19 for the rest of the game cycle, because I genuinely don't think that playing champs constantly or playing rivals constantly is going to get me enjoyment. And I don't think it will get you guys to enjoy the content. Sure, it might get a few extra clicks because we buy a new player, or we sell a player, or we try a new team. Like that kind of thing might get a few more clicks. But generally speaking, I don't think it has long-term benefits to the series, because it's not what I will enjoy. So we end up packing, guys, Mats Hummels out of that 50k pack, a huge 89 rated walkout. Hence the title of the video. Next comment is from NepentheZ. It says, bro, why don't you flip your rare silver cards into the Icon SBC part, which will give you 12 gold players. The reason why is because I've got a long process that I'm going to start hitting on. I'm going through the club right now, getting rid of the silvers. We get an inform in there as well, which is really nice. I kind of, at the end of this video, I'm going to come back to this comment at the end of the gameplay here, because I want to show you in detail, very similar to some of the stuff I showed yesterday, but in detail what I'm specifically going to do, how I'm going to do it, and what I'm going to do to prepare for the rest of the year on Ultimate Team. Jesse says, Nep, you should use the FUTBin club calculator to find out which silver and bronzes are valuable. First of all, that is against EA's terms of service to use services like that, so I wouldn't do that. But secondly, I know that the FUTBin club analyzer doesn't update prices for bronzes and silvers a lot at all. So you might go to a silver now and the last update will be like 36 hours ago. And with how quickly the silver market changes and adapts, it doesn't give you a true representation of what cards sell and don't. And in fact, if you actually go through the silvers in the FUTBin club analyzer, so I'm told, it's really inaccurate. It doesn't even show you all of your silvers, and it just doesn't give a good valuation of what you actually have. So again, I'm going through a process right now of how I'm selling off and discarding my silvers and how I'm deciding that, and I will let you guys in on how I'm doing that just at the back end of this video. Thomas says, take coins for the FUT Rivals rewards. The packs will rarely ever pay out and will only depreciate over time. Keep up the good work. And JG says, is Project Team of the Season still in, or are you just going to open every pack when you get it? And both of these comments kind of tie in hand, because I don't know what I want to take for Rivals rewards. I'm probably going to save my rewards until Friday, just in case EA puts something in packs, even if it's the best of Team of the Week or something like that. And then in terms of Rivals, if I take the coins, the 65,000 coins, or if I can be bothered to get up to Rank 1, Division 1, the 80,000 coins, that would be super helpful, because I'm going to get 70,000 coins from Champs as well. That's 150,000 coins in coins. Now, I already have almost 500,000 coins. So that would put me up to 650,000 with a Team of the Week pack, an Ultimate pack, and a 100k pack, which should realistically get me another 1 to 200,000 coins. That's going to put me somewhere in the region of 750 to 850,000 coins. Marcelo's about 400,000 coins away from where I'm at, but we're working towards that quite comfortably based on some things that we're doing that we're going to go through just at the back end here of this video. So I don't know at this point if I'm going to take coins or packs, but to answer the question about is Project Team of the Season still on, it's not, but it still is. And what I'm ultimately doing is getting the account prepared in a manner where I'm just going to have insane amounts of coins. Hopefully is the plan by Team of the Season, so that I could just buy players, because now that we're not a pack only, saving packs is not a priority for Team of the Season, but having coins to use Team of the Season cards would be a priority. Jamie says, you know why this Road to Glory is by far the best on YouTube? Because of how deep he goes into the account. It's really great, man. And generally speaking, there was a lot of comments on yesterday's video of people just loving that 50-minute deep dive into the account and explaining and expressing everything that I've done, and that's awesome. I really, at the end of that video, I was like, damn, 50 minutes or 52 minutes, people just are not going to want to watch this. Sometimes when I do long videos, I go over the same thing like 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times, but during that video, I was just concise and to the point, basically every time with everything, and we got through a lot of really important information. And made a lot of people a lot of coins, which also we'll get to in a second. And then the last comment for just the last game here is from Christian, and he says, imagine doing an RTG where you can only use players from upgrade SBCs. And in the sense of next year's Road to Glory, because a lot of people have been asking what I'm doing next year now, I really do want to figure out something that's going to be fun and engaging, but challenging enough to the point where it makes me work hard, but not so challenging to the point where it's boring. Because like the pack only Road to Glory was fun for a few months because we accelerated the team so quickly. Once we hit a ceiling of players, getting them to that point where I've got like the 95% team, to get that extra 5% into the team is just a process that you just can't do. You know, that's the occasion where you need to buy the players. You can't pack the players anymore because you can't pack the Team of the Year players, and you're unlikely to pack the Prime Icon moments. The SBCs that you're relying on aren't good enough, and so it left you in a position where it's just like, look, we just kind of got to wait until a better card comes around in packs or SBCs, and it made it boring. So I need to find the right balance of everything for next year's Road to Glory, depending on what we're going to do. That, guys, is the end of the gameplay. We're going to go into the account now. I'm going to give you just a brief overview of where we're at. I will be right back. All right, guys, so as we go live into the account, I want to go back to the comment of NepentheZ, who says, bro, why don't you flip your rare silver cards into Icon SBC part? We'll give you 12 gold players. What I'm doing right now, what I've been doing, is I've been just going through silvers, and I'm going to show you how in a second, listing them up for minimum open bid, and then depending on what league they're from, 1 tick or 2 tick, 400 coins, something like that. And if they don't sell, it's usually because they won't sell, and so I discard them. And so I've already cleared out a whole bunch of silvers. Maybe this isn't the most efficient method, because let's say tomorrow marquee matchups requires Swiss players that are silver. These guys are going to go through the roof. But the reason why I want to do what I want to do is because I want to get on top of the account in general for more than one reason. But primarily what we're going to do from this point onwards, and again, I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. So I'll take you through my silver players. I don't really have many. These are all untradeable. None here, none here, none. These are all untradeable as well. None in the Saudi league, none in the Argentinian league. Swiss league is all untradeable again now. Belgian league, none left, and now we're at the MLS. So for league SBC cards, I kind of check them and list them up accordingly, because you can get some decent coins from them. Now most of these silvers aren't going to be worth much, so I'll do that. 1 tick for league SBCs. And just generally, this is how I'm going through it. And then for the non-league SBCs, so I want to take some time to go through those. They're all league. So for this here, like, it's just listing them up for prices that might entice people to insta-buy them if they need them for an SBC for one reason or another, but not so high that it makes them think, oh, let me wait and just open bid at 150, basically. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to sell cards for 150, 200, 350, 400 potentially, even if they're not really big sellers. And then if they don't sell, I can just discard them using the tagging system from the trade pile. So at the moment, I'm only going through silver cards. And although you can't see it because of where I put my face cam, let me put my face cam the other side. At the moment, I'm up to 445,000 coins, and I don't have anything really on the trade pile. The reason why I want to get rid of everything is because I want to start committing to getting packs saved for not necessarily an event, but just for good measure, just for stacking the club with untradables to do SBCs when they come. And I want to start doing league SBCs to generate profit. And so I will get the SBCs done in time, but with untradables. And so my aim right now is to, number one, continue getting rid of the silvers in this fashion, and then go through the bronzes in this fashion as well. And if I'm doing it 5, 6, maybe 7 times a day, I'm going through 700 to 800 silvers a day, which means, you know, after 3 or 4 days of doing it at this level, most of my players will be gone. And I'll even do it with the golds. I'll go through everything. We're going to have next to no players left to a degree. In the meantime, I'm going to constantly leave 20 trade pile spaces open, and we're going to go into bronze packs. I'm going to try premium bronze packs because squad fitness cards right now are about 1,500 coins. So you only need 1 squad fitness every 2 packs to guarantee your money back. And in this instance, that card's worth like 800 coins, 900 coins. So we've made profit off of this pack already. And this guy is worth maybe 400 coins. I don't know, what league's he from? Spanish 2, that's interesting. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of bronze pack method. And the reason why I'm going to be doing bronze pack method is for this reason. I'm going to be picking 2 league SBCs, just 2, not more, even though it's quite efficient to do more, but I'm going to be picking 2 league SBCs, and the aim is to save all of the bronzes from those league SBCs, and I don't necessarily at this stage know which league SBCs I'm personally going to go with, so even though this is a second league Spaniard, it will still sell, we'll still make some profit off of him, just because of his nationality. That's being not price fixed, but mass bidded on there. And once I find I get to a healthy amount of bronze players in the club, and I already might be in a place where I've got a healthy amount of bronze players in the club, and I might not stick with the 750 coin bronzes, I might go down to the 400 coin bronzes, because they just typically are way better. Fortunately enough for us, in every pack so far, we've got a player that sells for more than the pack that we purchased. And that's good news, because it means that we are pretty much guaranteed to make a nice amount of profit from each of these packs. That guy probably would sell for 200 if I listed him. But so the idea for me now is to go 400 coin bronze packs over and over and over until I've got just a healthy amount of bronze cards. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be selling all of the bronze players from League SBCs that I'm not committing to. And so, for example, the championship is one. I'll sell this guy. Normally I'd store this guy, but I'm going to list him up for 200. For the time being, I'll be keeping the individual fitness cards because right now, because I talked about this a lot yesterday, a lot of people are listing up their individual fitness cards and I wasn't selling many. I think you guys might have dipped in selling them as well. Look at that coin total. Isn't that satisfying? And what we're going to be doing, the 2 League SBCs I think I'm going to commit to are going to be not necessarily ones that have like insane high rated cards. So I will get through the Syria in time. I've done 7 already. The Liga NOS is definitely one that I have potential to go into because it has an 87 and 286 rated cards, lots of bronzes, lots of silvers, and the golds are all extremely cheap with very few squads right now that are very expensive. So the Liga NOS is one that I think right now I will commit to the Liga NOS. And the next one I want to commit to is maybe the CSL because it has 386 rated cards and I only have 1 squad available. The problem with the CSL is that Henan Jianye is an expensive squad and requires a lot of silver cards. It requires at least 2 cards that are very, very expensive. So I don't necessarily know that if I'm going to commit to those or not. Championship I'm not really interested in. French League I'm not interested in. The Mexican League I'm not interested in because they're just too low rated, 84s and 82s. Pro League very much the same. It's just there's 2 84s and an 82. SPFL not expensive, not good enough. I think the Turkish League maybe an 86 and an 85. Super League, this isn't high rated, is it? An 86 and an 85 there. I want one really with some nice high rateds, but no team that's like crazy expensive. And maybe the Saudi League is the other option. 386s. So I'll probably commit to the Saudi League as well. So what I'm going to be doing here is every bronze player that I get from the Saudi League or the Liga NOS, I'm going to be storing. Every bronze player that I get from any of the other League SBCs, I'm going to be selling, right? And like, I'm not going to be selling them straight away. I'm going to be storing them and then going through this sale method that I'm going through now. We're going to keep going through that and we'll get rid of them that way. So basically, Liga NOS and Saudi League, I'll keep all the bronzes. I'll sell everything from all of the other League SBCs. So Hyundai A-League, Serie A. Maybe I'll keep the Serie A just because I'd like, it's a good league to complete. So maybe we'll commit to 3 leagues: Liga NOS, Saudi League, and Serie A. All of the rest of them I'll sell, right? Just keep selling and keep selling. I might keep Henan Jianye cards as well, because if we can complete the CSL, then good job. What I then plan to do is I plan to go into the upgrade SBC, and this is nothing new to a lot of you guys, but just take all of the dead bronzes I continually get through bronze pack method and start turning them in. Now, I'm not going to sell, most of these bronzes just won't sell, right? So I'm not going to try and sell the bronze commons. Bronze rares I'll try and sell. Bronze commons I don't care about unless they're from a League SBC. Then I'll try and sell them. So we're going to go and do loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of 2-player upgrade packs. And what we're going to do then is the 2-player upgrade packs, the silver players that we get that are for the Serie A, the Liga NOS, or the Saudi League, we will keep hold of course. The other rare silvers, once I've got, again, a hefty amount of rare silvers, which is going to take a long time. This isn't a process that's going to happen in a day or 2 days. This is going to be a process that happens over days and weeks. And once we get to a point where we do have a really clean amount of silvers, the rare silvers I'll put into the Icon SBCs, because we can obviously take those and turn untradeable rare silvers into tradable golds. And the rest, once we've done all of the Icon SBCs, we'll start doing, so both of those players sold, that's really good. Once we've done all of the Icon SBCs, we'll start turning those rare silver untradables into the gold packs, the gold player packs. And for the common silvers, we can put all of the common silvers that don't go into the League SBCs that we specifically want into the upgrade packs. So we get, well, funnily enough, we actually get 2 silvers from 2 League SBCs. Maybe I'll just save all of the silvers that are from League SBCs and start doing all of them. And then when we get a duplicate untradeable silver, just go and do that specific team. So right here, this guy I'll probably be able to actually discard. Yeah, he might. I'll list him up. We'll list him for 400 and we'll see if he sells. And that's the plan. And then we'll go through the gold upgrade and then through. And the reason why I don't care to hold on to cards that might be worth something for marquee matchups tomorrow and stuff is because I want to commit for a week or two on this method and see how many coins I can make and how good the cycle is. Because it doesn't matter necessarily how expensive these SBCs get on FUTBin. And the reason being is because I'll be doing them through bronze packs in terms of packing the players and silver upgrade packs for untradables. And I'll only buy a player when I need 1 or 2 or 3 players. So in terms of, wait, did I take it off by mistake, the Saudi League? In terms, unless they just updated it and gave us a 4th player, no. So in terms of the Liga NOS, for example, lots of golds in here as well. So Boa Vista, small gold players pack. Basically, once I get 7 players from Boa Vista, maybe 8 players from Boa Vista, or once I've got, to the point where I only need to get a few golds that are cheap or players in general that are cheap, I'll complete the team. Not necessarily the League SBC, so we don't have many. So I've probably got rid of all of the Liga NOS silvers, which is ultimately a mistake. So we're going to have to earn those back. But actually, it's not a mistake because I want to get rid of the tradable ones because I only want the untradables because I don't want to have to use, I would rather the 400 coins for this guy in the bank and then going through the bronze pack upgrades. So that's where we're at with that. That's what I'm going to do essentially. And it is something that's going to require a whole bunch of time. Maybe it won't even be worth it. Maybe with the amount of time I'll be putting into it, I'll turn around and be like, oh, this is a bad use of my time. Maybe I'll be better taking these trade pile spaces, going and buying cards for market value and putting them up 20% and just making coins that way. But this is what I'm going to be doing because ultimately it's just going to give us a good amount of packs. We're going to get silver packs, gold packs. Like I did this yesterday. I completed yesterday the Belgian League SBC. And just in the small time that I did, I already had most of the teams complete. So I literally did it through the method that I'm talking about here. And I packed 1 inform and 2 walkouts. Now, they weren't the greatest walkouts. It was Edison and Verratti, I think, or Bonucci, sorry. And so I made like 50k all in. But it was pretty cool, fun experience, something to do. And what I might do is once I get to a point where we're good to go, I'll show a video of it, of how we're doing it. In terms of the rest of the account, you know, I'm not playing division rivals up to rank 1. For me, it's just not worth it. It's only 3,000 points away. I'd be able to achieve it very easily. It'd take me maybe 6 to 8 games, but it's 6 to 8 games I don't want to play. I'm going to take the rank 2 rewards. If rank 2 creeps up onto rank 1, I'll play to make sure I'm safe. We've only got 13 hours left, so I very much doubt it's going to go up 5,000 points in the last day. I'm just going to take 1 tradable ultimate pack, potentially 61,000 coins. I'll probably take the ultimate pack just because, like, 61,000 coins, that's what you're guaranteeing yourself. With an ultimate pack, you could potentially, like, 1 card could be worth 150,000 coins. You could get an icon, be worth 1 million coins, and it could be just a massive, massive addition. And because we're almost at 500,000 coins already, I'm willing to take the risk this week on this division, and then we'll see how we'll see what we get for weekly objectives on Friday. If it's another system where it requires you to play lots of games and such, I will relegate myself down, not to Division 2, but down to about 1,800 ranking points. And I'll just play 3 or 4 games to get myself 3 or 4 easy wins, and then lose 3 or 4 games on purpose again, and stay around the 1,800 point mark to get easier wins, to get those Division 1 rivals rewards. Obviously, we know what we're getting for champs. And then for the weekly objectives, I mean, I'm 3 out of 10 here. I'm 4 out of 10 here, and I'm 2 out of 7 here. And as I said to you guys, I have zero at all desire to work for these cards, because an 89 rated card right now does have pretty good value, you know. So even if it were just for, even if it were just to put these players into a league SBC, I'm passing up essentially on 2 89 rated players, and 89s. Let me get onto Footbin real quick. 89s are currently going for about 60,000 coins, and 187 rated card, which is 30,000 coins. So there's 150,000 coins worth of card here that you'll save yourself. But the number of games, thus the amount of time that it will take me to achieve that, we could be looking at 3 to 5 hours. In 3 to 5 hours, there are multiple other revenue streams in this game that I'd be able to achieve 150,000 coins to just go and buy the players without having to play through the games. And that's what I was talking about earlier in the video, in the sense that playing the game itself is the least efficient way to do anything in this game. Playing up to 14 wins is extremely efficient, maybe 17 wins. Playing for this Jerome Boateng and this Milinkovic-Savic, it's already taken me like 6 games, and I got 3 wins for Milinkovic-Savic, 4 for Boateng out of 6, maybe even 7 games. So I'll be looking at like another 14 or 15 games, which is genuinely, like, you know, like 4 or 5 hours worth of FIFA. In 4 or 5 hours, there's just so much more I could do that would be so much more enjoyable. So I don't know, maybe tonight I'll sit there and I'll change my opinions. You know, I've got all of today and all of Thursday to change my mind. So maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know if I will. I'll see how it goes, really. Freddie Guarin, I will go and get, most probably. I only need 5 more wins for that, and because it's online singles, people just quit straight away. They do the first goal win stuff, the Chiguez Smexy stuff. It will be easy. I'll be able to do that in an hour, maybe in an hour and a half, to get all of Freddie Guarin completed. But we'll see how it goes. But that's where I'm at, guys, and that is going to signal the end of the video. That is my plans for just the next day or 2 until Friday. If I can get up to enough coins for Marcelo, happy days. The thing that worries me a little bit, and somebody actually made a point, I was supposed to grab the comment and I didn't. Somebody suggested to me to sell Ronaldo because, you know, now that FUT birthday's over, team of the season, maybe it's a month away. Maybe, like I feel like it could potentially be, it's 2 weeks away. Maybe it's 5 weeks away. But when it gets close, people are going to start panicking, and the price of someone like Ronaldo is just going to drop. And right now, he's actually up. He's at like 1.6 something. So I could sell him for about a 20 to 30,000 coin profit after tax, and that's pretty awesome. And so on the one hand, I sit there and think, oh, if he drops down to like 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, we're going to take a huge loss on him. And I could, if I'm not playing 30 games a weekend league, I could just do that. And that's a problem solved. Or because I'm playing the 5-2-2-1 and we have one too many attackers, instead of playing Ibrahimovic, I could play Henry up front, Mbappe one wing, Bale the other wing. Ballack goes into the centre-back role. Kante is one of my midfielders. And then I can, for the first time in ages, I can put like Aouar into the midfield alongside Kante. And now all of a sudden I've got a team that works with a 5-2-2-1. I just need to understand whether or not 5-2-2-1 is really the formation I want to go with, because that's what I'm playing with right now. And in that instance, Cristiano Ronaldo is relatively irrelevant for me. He doesn't really, not irrelevant, but I can happily not use him. It won't make much of a difference. And then by selling Ronaldo, I will then have enough coins to go and buy pretty much straight away Team of the Year Ramos, which would be great, except it would leave me a little bit short on chemistry on Alonso. But I could also then just go and buy Jordi Alba for a few weeks or a few days until I can again get the coins together for Marcelo, which would be a little bit short of where I'm at right now. Or I could go and buy Team of the Year Marcelo and Man of the Match Sergio Ramos and have that as my centre-back pairing and be in a position of strength in my back line where, okay, I don't know if Ramos is necessarily, or Man of the Match Ramos is better than David Luiz or worse, but I'll be playing with 5 at the back, so it won't really make all that much of a difference. So I've got a few options to take on board there. And the reason why even buying Marcelo is maybe not a smart choice right now is because his price is just on the incline. When I looked into initially buying Marcelo, when I was like, oh, I really want to get him for my team because, now we've moved away from first owner. So literally the day that we moved away from first owner, Marcelo's Team of the Year was like, there was one listed up for like 980,000. Now Marcelo's Team of the Year, I believe the cheapest is around 1.15 million. We're up even more. We're up at almost 1.2. Once somebody purchases that one, 1.2 million coins. So he's gone up 200,000 coins. I don't know why, but what I do know is that because he has gone down for whatever reason, wherever in the game, the next promo that comes out is going to entice people to sell this Marcelo again and drop his price. So in the meantime, there are multiple options that we were talking about on stream last night of things that we could do. We could go and get the future stars, Ferland Mendy in at left back, 5-star, 4-star quality card, strong links to Mbappe. We could then put Varane this side and then go and get Team of the Year Ramos at the right centre-back spot. And Team of the Year Ramos is one of the players that hasn't really shifted in price. He was like 2 million, 1.9 million, 2 million when I was looking at him, and I think he's still about the same now. I think he's still just barely over 2 million coins. So his price hasn't moved all that much, unless I'm going to get shocked when I see this. Okay, so he's up at 2.1 million. So he's even gone up 100,000. So all of the Team of the Years right now are slowly inclining in price, which could mean that either A, they're going to decrease again, or B, people are realizing how cheap these cards are for how good they are, and they're just going to continue to rise. So I don't know. We got some options to think about, some things to think about. We've got a healthy amount of coins back in the club already. The fact that I'm nearly up at 500,000 coins, I'm even impressed with myself that I got there before rewards even came in the space of just 3 days. Because, after Sunday, when we bought Ronaldo, I had 5k on Sunday. So in 3 days, we've got almost 500,000 coins. So in another 3 days, plus rewards, we're going to be well close to 1 million, if not over it. But definitely some things to consider, that's for sure. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.